there's several species of sallies, right? There's green ones, bright green ones, yellow ones. Most of them are yellow. They're flitting all around. Annual life cycle, 1 year to the next. They're predators underwater. And they emerge by crawling out on the edges of the river. They crawl out on the edges of the river. There is no such thing as open water emergence on sallies. Okay, now, I was teaching in the World Cast Guide School 1 year, and the dude's sitting like right there. He's big, way bigger than me, and he goes, no, that's not true. Oh, my guide on the Green River said that I've seen them. They open water emerge. You've probably seen them here, flitting along, all of a sudden, boop, there's a sally. And I'm like, no. They crawl out. They're stoneflies. They're biologically incapable of swimming and emerging from open water. No. I'm like, all right, look. I told AJ, I said, I have a couple buddies, Rick Halfley, who wrote every fly fishing book for fly anglers, an entomologist. He was an entomologist in Oregon. Super kind. He's a kind person. He's just a sweetheart. And then kind of opposite is Ralph Cutter out of the Sierras in California. Now Ralph Cutter's fame is, other than being a psycho entomologist, like in scuba gear, underwater, filming all this stuff. His family is Cutter insect spray. So he knows a thing or two about bugs, right? So I said, all right, AJ, I'm being professional here. I'm not going to get into it with this dude. And I said, I'll send some emails. We'll find out about the Green River. And so I sent an email to Ralph and Rick that night. And the next day I get the email back. Boom, you have mail. And the first one is Rick Halfley. And Rick says, man, Mike, I don't get to hear from you, blah, blah, blah. I don't get to the green much, which is a lie. He's got like pictures all over the green. And he says in the insect world, there's like 1 million insects. Maybe there's a sally down there that open water emerges, but I don't think so. They're stonefly. You have to crawl out to emerge. It's like, good, cool, all right. And then Ralph Cutter, I get the email from Ralph Cutter. It's like the first 3 words are no effing way. And he goes, there's stoneflies. What he saw was an ovipositing female, which is a female laying eggs, gets caught in the riffle, tumbles in the water, and then pops out over here and flies away. And then I was doing an overnight, and this dude it's not even in my boat. We're in a group, and at our South Fork camp, we climb up the stairs. Right, there's stairs there, and you climb up the bank of the stairs. This dude's at the top, and he goes, "Hey, Mike." I said, "Yeah." And he says, I took your guide school course in 2011, and man, I've been thinking about. I don't believe you. I'm like, what? I got like sleeping bags. And
Tom Montgomery's coming tomorrow, by the way, too, Mike.
Oh, great. We'll get him out here. And I said, well, that's all right. I said, what are you talking about? He goes, open water emergence and sallies. I said, no, man, I got pictures. I posted them on Instagram. And this picture took me like 3 years to find. And this is on the South Fork. It's on a gravel bank, and I was walking along. My dudes are eating lunch, and I'm like, finally, proof, photographic evidence. And I pick up this rock, and the little Sally shucks just blew away. They were gone. They were like, holy mackerel. No wonder why no one sees these things. So I found another rock, 2 more Sallies. And that's my thumb right there. And I took that picture. I said, dude, I got a picture here. I'll show you. It's on Instagram. And I didn't have a signal, but I had the picture. He's like, yeah, no, man. I've seen it. And so I had a dude from that. I couldn't sleep that night. I was just, it really got to me. And so I said, by golly, what do I do when things get, I'm going to go to the literature. And I spent 2 weeks going through Google Scholar, I found every freaking paper on Sally emergence that existed. And I found like the first one written in like the 30s by this scientist who like tracked it. 30 minutes out, they go out from the edge of the water for a meter, and they go 30 minutes it takes them to climb up the willow, and 30 minutes to emerge. And then they begin life as a Sally. And I was like, man, so I wrote this thing up, posted it, fell on deaf ears. But I think that's a lot of evidence to say that they don't open water emerge. So